Field. I'm going to be starting you on your listening survey today with Part A. If you will, the little sheet that Mr. Schultz has already handed out to you, there's a section where it's marked Part A, and there's a Sample 1 and a Sample 2. I want you to go ahead and draw a big X over Sample 1 and Sample 2 so we don't accidentally mark in those spots. The first thing we're going to talk about is Part A is going to be about two different notes. What you're going to have to tell us is whether the two different notes are going to be the second note higher, which is going to be H, the second note is lower, which will be marked L, or the second note is the same, which will be marked S. And I'm going to give you a couple samples to begin with and give you just a second to listen and decide on your own before I give you the correct answer. The first example will be this one. Now, on your own, I want you to think about what the correct answer is for that. The correct answer should be S for same. Now, let's give you another example. The next example will be this one. In that example, I want you to think about what the second note was. The second note in that example should be H for higher. Now, here's your last example before we get started. Now, think about what that second note was. Was it higher, lower, or same? And in that example, you should have had L for lower. Now, using that same information, we're going to start with Part A. If you look where it says number 1 through 6, we're fixing to do those. And I'll give you a repeat so that you get a chance to really listen. This is Part A, number 1. Number 1 again. Good. Now on to number 2. Number 2 again. On to number 3. Number 3. Number 3 again. And on to number 4. Number 4 again. And now number 5. Number 5 again. And the last one on Part A, number 6. Number 6 again. Okay, that concludes Part A. I'm looking forward to having you guys in band, and I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Schultz for the next part.
Okay, boys and girls, now we're going to go on to Part B of our test. The second part of this test has to do with chords. I'm going to play you 2 chords, and you're going to tell me whether they are the same or whether they are different. So the first thing I want you to do is where it says Sample 1 and Sample 2, and I want you to put an X through those so we don't mark in the wrong spot. Now these first 2 I'm going to play for you are not a part of the test. Okay, they're just examples. So here's the first 2 chords I'm going to play you. Those 2 chords are they're the same. Listen to them again. Okay? This next one we're going to do, don't write anything down. This is also another example. Those 2 chords are what? They're different. Let's do it again. Good. Did you hear that? Great. Okay. Here we go. Let's go now to number 1 of part B. These are for real, so get your pencils ready. Okay? I'm going to play each one of these twice so you can hear it. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Let me do that again. Okay, now write that down in number 1. Okay, here we go, number 2. Do that again. Good. Write that down for number 2. Here we go, number 3. And do that again. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Do that again. Okay, number 5. One more time. Okay, here we go. Last one, number 6. One more time. Okay, now I'm going to turn this over to Miss Wright, and she's going to talk to you about Part C of the test. Great job.
Hi, I'm Miss Wright, and I'll be taking you through the melody portion of this test. What I want you to do to start with is cross out the sample portion in sample C. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 2 melodies for you, and I want you to tell me whether they're the same or they're different. You'll write an S for same and D for different. Let's do one together. Were those melodies the same or were they different? Yes, they were the same. Let's try another one. Were those melodies the same or are they different? Yes, they were different. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Please answer and say whether they were the same or different. Write an S for same and D for different. Number 2. Were those melodies the same or were they different? Please write an S for same and D for different. Number 3. Were those melodies the same or were they different? Please write an S for same or D for different. example, or number 4. Were those melodies the same or were they different? Please write an S for same or D for different. Number 5. Were those melodies the same or were they different? Please write an S for same or D for different. Last one, number 6. Were those melodies the same or were they different? Please write an S for same or D for different. That completes the portion of this test.
Hey boys and girls, my name is Mr. Tedder, and today I'm going to be doing the rhythm portion of your skills test. Now the first thing that we want to go ahead and do is we want to go ahead and cross out that sample number 1 and 2, just like we did for parts A through C. Did we take care of that? Great. Let's go on. Today in the rhythm skills portion, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to play 2 rhythms for you, and you're going to tell me whether they're the same or whether they're different. Remember, you're going to put an S for same, or you're going to put a D for different, just like you did in the past 2. Okay? So, I'm going to play 2 examples for you, and then you're going to tell me whether they're the same or different. During this portion, we're not going to write anything. Here's example number 1. Were those 2 the same, or were they different? Right, they were the same. Good job. Now here's example number 2. Were those 2 rhythms the same, or were they different? Correct, they were different. Now let's go ahead and do our skills test. Remember, you're going to write S for the same, or D if you think they're different. Here's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And here's the last one, number 6. Did we get all that? Great. Alright, and that concludes the rhythm portion of our skills test today. Now I'm going to hand it back over to Mr. Schultz. Good luck, join band.